Thank you for watching this short YouTube recording. My name is Brother Sean, and I'm guided in my heart to share with you a reflection that we shared on morning prayer this morning, Tuesday, July 30th. The reflection is, there is nothing to be afraid of. And yet, interestingly, you know and I know that fear has a way of catching each one of us. But there are many beautiful souls, children of God, where fear has caused soul entrapment. Like the butterfly unable to fly because of a spider's web encasing its wings. And that's how we are when we allow fear take away that peace of God. Let me share with you something I wrote, several years ago when I was on the road running retreats. Life is what you make it. There is nothing to be afraid of in life. Even if there are rumblings of great chaos and confusion in the world, and even if the volcano is ready to erupt at any moment, what have you to fear? The Christ says, I am with you. Find that inner peace and stillness and allow nothing to disturb you or even concern you. You can be far more help by keeping the vibrations raised, by creating light and more light, and concentrating on all that is positive. Never be drawn into the whirlpool, or you will be unable to pull yourselves out. And so many are still in that whirlpool of fear and can't get out. Why? Let's read on. Fear is the greatest enemy. Know that it is very, very well and concentrates on all of the best in life. Realize what a truly wonderful life it is and be everlastingly grateful. Be thankful that you are part of it, and what is more, have an important part to play. Your work is to create peace, harmony and unity. Therefore concentrate on that and ignore the rest. You can do this by simply filling your hearts with love and more love, allowing the love to flow forth from you freely. We shared those words this morning because I sensed that some who had joined us were sensing fear. Fear in their heart, fear of family, fear of getting cancer, fear of bad news, fear of a brown envelope saying they owe the debt collector money. Fear is an illusion. You've heard me say it on nearly every video I've recorded, and there's over 1,040. Fear is an illusion. It lives off our energy. And there were times when I was fearful, as the young student monk in nurse training. Fear, was I good enough? Would I get my exams? Would I pass with flying colours? Fear of, would I be accepted by the monastic community and be ordained so I could go to Africa as a missionary monk? Fear hits us all at some stage in our journey. But if there is a fear in your life, there are practical steps to eradicate it. Well, name me one. Name it. Name the fear. What is it that alienates you from inner peace and stillness? Name that burden and then bless that burden. Bless it. You might struggle with that word bless, but bless it. It could be someone who's wronged you. I am wronged so many times. Since my ministry as an enclosed monk is now online, I encounter really beautiful souls, but I also encounter the dark side of those that you try to reach out and offer love to, guidance and support, and immediately they project their stuff onto you by calling you names, by being abusive, manipulative, scheming. And that can trigger off a chain reaction. So we bless, and then we release to God that fear, and then we stop. We take a deep breath, and then we say, thank you, God, for releasing me of that fear. But there's another practical way that we can help you. We have a spiritual forum like Facebook, but it's not Facebook. It's not open to everybody or anybody, such as scammers, those who inflict all sorts of abusive behavior. It's specifically for those on the spiritual journey. It's a vehicle where we share love and support. And if you are on that journey and you need support, then email me. Email me. Go onto our website, www.sean-bradley.com. That's my old website, and contact me. We also have our live stream channel, Doves for Peace, that goes live every night at 8 o'clock London time, where we share the teachings of our masters. And then on our Franciscan Soulmates for Peace, our other channel, we have morning prayer at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And then I'm back at midnight with the spiritual soiree. But every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, we offer a spiritual healing where we invite the cosmic Christ to touch you. So you do not have to stay wallowing in fear. But what I'm finding now more and more, light workers are becoming really complacent because they've been so battered. And some have experienced the false prophets, offering them nirvana and financial abundance, and nothing materializes. And they're left dejected. Some say they're guided by their heart to go to the other ends of the earth to do this particular course with that particular guru, and come back and the same problem is there, because people are not connecting with their heart and asking the higher self, is this for my highest good? Maybe it's for their ego's highest good. I have a sister whom I trained 10 years ago to work with the Christ Magdalena energy, and she was a beautiful, beautiful soul. But then recently a friend told me on Facebook she's doing horoscopes, tarot readings, she's traveling here, there and everywhere doing this course and that course. And I think it's more to impress you, the viewer, than honouring her highest good. I don't mind what you call me. I don't mind in the least what names you attribute to me. I'm not here to win your adulation or your praise. I am here because I agreed to dedicate my life in service to God. As a Catholic Christian Franciscan, to embrace all faiths and help mentor the Teo community of interfaith Franciscans for men and women of different faiths to come together as members of our online community, where we pray each day for one another and for the world, the whole family of God. Many are called to that, but not many stay, because some get bored, some get restless, others their ego kicks in or their fear, and they feel that it's too Catholic. What a load of rubbish. It's not Catholic. But the word Catholic, yes, I stand corrected. The word Catholic means universal, but it's not Roman Catholic. I'm Roman Catholic, but I've gone away from the dogma and I embrace more the Celtic Franciscan spirituality, which comes to God through earth, through nature, the cathedral of God. And there's no room for fear, only joy. And the angel of joy that we embrace this morning in Tuesday morning's communions of the Essenes guides us to embrace the sunrise, the sunset, and the beauty of creation. My God isn't in a building. My God is in nature and in every blade of grass. So there is nothing to be afraid of. Absolutely nothing. And if you say you are a child of God, or if you say to me you're on a spiritual path and you're loaded with fear, I would say to you from my heart, get a life. That's tough. Yes, because the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine Magdalena do not take prisoners. They don't, and they won't. You have a duty of care to yourself, and you have a bigger duty and responsibility to your soul, to your higher self, to protect yourself, to keep away from the porno sites. Yes, to keep away from anyone engaged in drama, crises and fear. Detach yourself from them and reclaim your divinity as a child of God by protecting yourself, by nurturing your spiritual life through prayer, through fasting, discipline. Oh, but they're not nice words, Brother Sean. Tough titty. The reality is that if you're on a spiritual journey, you have to nourish your mind, body, spirit with the fruits of love, not sexual abusive love, but divine love. And you know, the journey isn't always meant to be roses and sunshine. Oh, listen, there are days when my days they can start off beautiful after my morning's meditation, and before midday I'm in a crisis, but then I stop. I name it, I bless it, I release it, I take a deep breath. If I'm still feeling agitated, I just go and lie down. Or I'll have a shower if it's that bad and wash it away. Or get out into the woods with the dogs. The problem today is so many expect to be nannied. Oh, Brother Sean, tell me what to do. I won't. Years ago maybe, not now. Because you and I have within our soul's DNA the tools that we need to live the spiritual life, to honour our heart. Look, St. Benedict said once to his novices at Monte Cassino, it takes a minute to recite your vow, your promise to God, to be a monk or a nun. But it's a lifetime living it. And here over the years we have seen beautiful souls come and make their promise to be an oblate in the community. Some have even taken vows. And after a period of time when things aren't going their way, not the community's way, their way, they go off onto a tantrum. They create a clique. They try and feed their ego, so they're whinging, they're moaning and groaning. And we had a similar experience not so long ago, where a group of members became so disillusioned through not getting their own way. And instead of facing their own demons and healing their own inner woundedness and turmoil, they start to project. But that's what we all do, isn't it? You've seen it, I've seen it. When someone wronged you, it's not my fault, it's yours. You said this. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. You're caught in that drama of tit for tat. That's not the spiritual life. The spiritual journey begins by crossing your drawbridge and pulling it up and coming into the presence of God and disconnecting from the world to allow your heart to sense the peace of God. And the moment you invite, invoke, and call upon the Supreme, you are on sacred ground. You're in the presence of God. And then you share with God how you're feeling. You ask for the help that you need. But then, like Francis of Assisi, when you go into your cave, you have to be willing to close your mouth and open the ears of spirit in your heart and listen to the voice of the beloved speak. That might take a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, maybe a few months. But you have a duty of care to listen to your heart, not to those voices in your head that seek to undermine you or fill you with nonsense. And that's where so many monastics, church leaders, beautiful light workers go off track. They go off to God's radar because they've fallen down a slippery slope of pure self-indulgence. That is not the path. The path is to remain focused. And if we make a mistake or upset another, we say sorry. But that's a dirty word today. Because the world you and I are living in is governed and ruled by fear, materialism, greed, hatred. You only have to turn on the TV set and see man's inhumanity to mankind. You see religious factions like the Shiite and Sunni Muslims, two beautiful religious groups, tear one another apart. Like in Northern Ireland, two groups of Christians, Catholic, Protestant. The evil one plants the seed of despair and fills each with fear. And look at the outcome. Embrace your heart. Surrender your heart to God. Not religion, but to spirituality. And be that beautiful child that you are. Namaste. Please pray for me, because I'm human.